Just one thing I want to say. Fighting game is something so great.
You already know what it is. Let's go. One time, I came in to fight.
Fighting games, where fantasy and bright colors meet gladiatorial one-on-one, no-holds-barred fights to the absolute death, because there is no better way of making friends than being the absolute dog piss out of them and styling on them in front of everyone to truly get the camaraderie going. As former President Bill Clinton said, kill your friends guilt-free. But in all seriousness though, I've been in this community for some time now, and I gotta say, it's pretty fun in here. Whether you like to watch from the sidelines or directly compete, there's always one factor that exists in every aspect of the community. And it's a little thing called pure, unadulterated hype. Now you might be wondering, wow, this is pretty cool, Skova, but where can I go to see these hype moments? Well, don't you worry, you totally real person on the internet. I'm here to tell you about a place where the best of the best in the fighting community come to test their strength and win it all. I'm talking about the Olympics of Fighting Games, the Evolution Tournament, and my journey through my first EVO. Before I regale my tale, maybe you're probably wondering what EVO even is. For those who don't know, EVO, which is short for Evolution, is a fighting game tournament where the best players from a wide variety of fighting games gather together to compete for the ultimate title of EVO champion of their respective game. Also, by the way, if you enjoyed this content, please remember to subscribe and, like and comment and whatnot. EVO 2025 Day 1. Tons of new things to see, tons of people to meet, tons of things to do. What could Skova and his friends possibly do on their first day of the biggest fighting game tournament ever? We stood in line. Yeah, that's right. We actually immediately stood in line. And I'm not talking about like to get in. The first thing we did was we saw the ArcSys booth and we saw like they were playing we're playing a game. So we literally got our passes, like went inside the convention center and immediately just stood in a line. However, this line wasn't any normal line. This was a line for a game that was announced during Sony's State of Play. The ever so coveted, the ever so hyped up Marvel Tokon Fighting Sword. That's right, I actually got to play with my friend for about 15 minutes. And I gotta say, it was actually really worth it. It was really cool. So really quick overview. One, a lot more grounded than I thought, which is pretty good actually. It's pretty grounded. It's not too hectic in the air. Two, it's not too hectic, but it's still pretty fun. It can definitely get a little crazy because there's 4 characters. That's when it really gets insane, when both characters get their full assists. Three, speaking of assists, actually, assists admittedly did feel kind of weird to use, but that was probably just like a like we just played for the first time ever thing. But this is coming from a guy who plays fighters, who also, use assist a lot. And I gotta say, fighters was a little easier when it came to the assist usage, but, I'll probably learn it when it comes out. Overall, hella fun. It was hella fun. Also, while waiting in line, I actually met some cool people. And my friend told me about the ever-coveted balcony. The balcony where big streamers and content creators get to go. I want to be up there one day. So after Tokon, my friend and I walked away from the line to explore the rest of what EVO had to offer. It was awesome. It was your run-of-the-mill convention stand, showing off new items like fight sticks, new games, DLC, etc, etc. My friend and I decided to check out the EVO history booth, where it showed like every controller, basically every version of an arcade stick. It was really cool, and it even showed out the controllers for the EVO champions up to like last year. It was really sick. There was even an EVO Moment 37 like tri-station where you try to do the Daigo parry. For those who don't know what EVO Moment 37 is, EVO Moment 37 is one of, if not the most famous video game clip ever, where Daigo with a literal pixel of health pairs an entire 16-hit super and kills Justin Wong in a combo. It was really cool seeing the evolution of the fight stick, honestly. Like, seeing like how evolved, how much smaller it got, how much more compact it got. and seeing like genuinely the champions controllers was kind of sick. I even got to see concept art of characters from several different games, ranging from Street Fighter all the way to Uni Under Night Birth. It was really cool. I got to see like new characters, old characters, like the history behind them, the concept arts. It was really sick. After the little historical lesson, we headed towards the arcade section. It was pretty dang cool. It was full of old arcade games, some Japanese exclusive arcade games, some old Japanese exclusive arcade games. I didn't take a picture, I think, but there was like a Lupin like shooter game. It was kind of cool. But what really caught my attention was a little area I noticed it was closed off. Turns out there were 6 free play 2XKO cabinets. For those who don't know, 2XKO is the League of Legends fighting game. And yeah, people could just stand in line, just play for as long as they want. But yeah, my friend and I indulged. We played for like 28 minutes. It was pretty fun. And like token, I'll give a little review right now. Really quickly. 1, pretty smooth movement in air dashes. 2, combos are very easy to string together and satisfying to pull off. 3, again, assists feel weird, but again, that could just be chalked up to new game, you know, not used to the buttons yet, but hey. And yeah, it was really fun. So after doing more exploring, I actually saw Justin Wong, the Wazzler himself. I found a bunch of tails with a sea of people around them. And I noticed that they were all just playing different games with each other. And, you know, I asked my friend, hey, what's this area for? And he says, oh, that's the entire pool area. And that's when I fully remembered, oh yeah, this is a tournament. So yeah, we decided to check out pools. It was really cool, actually. Before I move on, though, I think many of you know what pools are, but if you don't, let me explain to you how pools work, specifically at EVO. Hi, this is a post-editing Skova here. I'm here to shorten down my EVO explanation because it's way too long. So basically the way EVO brackets work is there are 3 rounds. Pools, top 24, top 8. Everyone from pools and top 24 basically all try to fight to get to top 8. And top 8 is where the grand champion is actually declared, because the top 8 players all fight for the title of first place, basically. Top 24 in pools is a best of 3, top 8, best of 5. Alright, everyone got that down? Good, back to business. So yeah, my friends and I watched some pools. Some cool things happen during pools, and if you want to see them, I would actually suggest you check out the official EVO channel for these daily recaps. They have one for every game that was there. And that actually leads to a problem, a mostly personal problem with the tournament. The tournament was great, it was really well organized. I play more than one fighting game, which means I have more than one screen that I want to look at, so which means that I have more than one stage that I would like to look at, which means I do unfortunately miss some hype stuff. But you know, hey, that's just a personal thing. And also, honestly, it was really fun able to, like, you know, look at Street Fighter, turn around once Street Fighter was on break, and so you just see a Tekken fight again and understand what's happening. It was pretty awesome. And would I do all this again? Hell yeah, dude, I would do all this again. Yeah, after that, we met some friends of friends, went out for Korean barbecue, and called it a night. All to get ready for day 2. Also, by the way, I made ZYZX underscore and I Heart Justice. It was freaking awesome. If you guys ever watch this video, which there's like a 1% chance you ever will, I love you guys. You guys are great. You guys are funny as hell. Freaking ZYXZ underscore. You're like one of the funniest dudes on the internet, dude. And I Heart Justice. You got some insane skills, dog. And your videos are very informative. I love your court videos. Are very funny too. Hell yeah, you guys rock. I hope you guys are doing great. Day 2 of EVO 2025. Another day of hype, events, activities, and a lot more fun stuff I literally cannot remember right now because it's been a while, low-key. You might be wondering, hey, what did you and your friend do today, huh? Did you like go see stuff? Did you like do stuff? Did you like even compete a little? No, actually, we didn't do a lot. Day 2 of EVO is on a Saturday, which you would think that means there's a lot of people there, but in reality, it's actually kind of a slow day because all the first day of EVO, obviously, you know, there's all hype, you know, it's all hype and fun, you know, there's a lot of stuff to do, etc., etc. But for the second day, it's kind of like a middle child, you know, it's kind of like, you know, like no one really pays attention to it, you know, there's no special, like, activities, really. Oh yeah, I'm also, a little thing I forgot to left out in day 1, I actually went to the art alley a lot, like, a lot. Admittedly, though, we did do something kind of unique. We actually went to go and get Chipotle, which doesn't sound too special, but the reason it was special is because we actually went on a special bus to get to Chipotle. Day 2 wasn't really that eventful. or I should specify the daytime wasn't too eventful because night was a different story. Come on! Come on! So one more thing I needed to mention about EVO. Grand finals are held in a place called the Arena. It's pretty self-explanatory. It's literally a giant arena where people can sit down and watch a giant stage and people fight. Saturday is when the arena first opens, and for Saturday only, the arena is free for everybody to join. You don't need a pass or nothing. You probably saw that wristband in the beginning of the video. You don't need that to get in. You can just go in and watch, I think, Mortal Kombat Top 8 and Grand Blue Top 8 and Marvel vs. Capcom 2 Top 8. I didn't watch Mortal Kombat because, no offense, I don't play that game. Also, nor do I really care to watch. Marvel vs. Capcom 2, I caught the tail end. I don't remember what I was doing before that, but you know, I just got the tail end of it. But yeah, to get to the main event, the grand finals of Grand Blue specifically was the thing that me and my friend watched to the fullest. And I gotta say, being in that stadium with a bunch of people is a completely different experience compared to, you know, like just watching it online. You know, like, yeah, you can hear the crowd in the Evo streams, but truly being there in the moment with a bunch of people around you excited about the same thing. I mean, it's not even just a fighting game thing. That's just, you know, that's just like a human thing, you know? It's a real different experience, man. It's just, you know, it was fun. And, you know, I might have gotten a little excited, you know? But yeah, it was fun. Yeah, and that's the end of day 2. Also, I met Maximilian, dude. Cool guy. Thanks. Max, I don't know if you'll ever watch this. You probably won't. But if you do, my guy, my dude, you are tall.
Also, thanks for being a good, thanks for being such a good figure in the FGC, man. Your videos are great. You actually kind of were my FGC like news source for a while too. So thanks for everything you've done for the community, man. And keep being awesome, dude.
FGC! FGC! FGC!
Let's go! One more time, get it! One more time, come on! Whole new game, y'all. Let's get it! I came here to fight!
Well, here it is, the last day of EVO. All the brackets have been set, all the losers have been eliminated, and all that's left is to crown the champions of EVO 2025. That's right, everything so far, these last 2 days have been leading up to this grand moment. That's right, we're here to determine who's the best of the best, the cream of the crop, the champion of champions, the EVO 2025 grand champions for the respective games that day. I don't really have anything to say. It was just really fun. In fact, I think it's better if I just, you know, show you what I got rather than tell you.
Not like this! Zoom out! No! Wait! He's still in it! You can do that! Watch it! Come on!
It takes so long, dude.
Come on!
He's gonna have to earn it. Nothing from our sled. All in control. Close to around 18 seconds. Who's gonna make it? Finish the street. Going in. Doesn't duck it this time. Tags him low. No. Works on the line. No. Sidestep of his own. Slugging it on a smash. Don't use yours. The pressure. That's right. He's trying to get out of there. Finishing the streak. That's small punish. Deep throw. Gotta do a lockdown. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, says you want to meet me in Japan, I'll come to North America. Evil champion, let's hear it. Man up, 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 man up. That's it. Let's send things over.
Oh, that's sick.
Scratchy dude. That's the wrestler. You don't want to mess with him. I heard he wrestled somebody so bad they refunded rock, paper, scissors. He's never lost a battle except for that one time we don't talk about. Come on, man. Get that off the screen. Who wants to see that? Not me. Oh, yeah. There was another guy, too. This is the final round. Let's do a quick button check. Round 4, fight!
3, shoot! 3-1, not 2-2. However, you still win the Nathan Fight Stick from the PlayStation 5 Pro States. There you go. Welcome! Congratulations!
Now, let the world hear it! Shout his name! The jet black villain returns to...
And yeah, dude, as you can see, it was something else. Roar of the crowd, you know, sheer volume of hype and joy within the arena. Very exciting announcements. Overall, just very exciting for like a long time. It really felt like, you know, you made some sort of friendship between strangers that you've never met before or will probably never talk to again, but a really like nice sense of camaraderie between like a random group of people. It was just really nice to experience. It really was you had to be there moment. I really cannot explain how exciting like everything was. Like, not even getting into specifics, but you know, it was just really cool. Everything was just cool, you know. People they put up good fights. We saw some funny moments, some, you know, cool moments, etc., etc. I did miss some top 8s, but honestly, it was the ones I saw, you know, were really cool. And yeah, I would just love to do all this again, you know. This was a special time, man. Like, I'm gonna be real, this was just a really special time. It was great, you know. And at the end, we had a little bit of like a goodbye ceremony. It wasn't really a ceremony per se, but it's just, you know, like the announcer was like, hey, and the host was like, hey, we want to do some stuff. First, we took a group picture. I don't think I'm in it, so the second part, we actually showed off the credits of everyone who was responsible for Evo, all the hosters, employees, commentators, etc., etc. You know, just a general like thank you for coming stuff. And for the very last thing before we left, they gave us a little bit of Evo tradition, where, you know, let's just say a bell dismissing us. I'll just let you take a look. It was just a fun time, and you know, I'm glad I got to experience it once in my life. So this is just kind of like my final thoughts of Evo and everything. It's kind of a bit of a ramble, but I won't go too long. Never in my life have I been like busy for 9 hours, and you know, for, like 9 hours straight. Like the convention, you know, the convention is a lot to do, and like straight up for 9 hours, 3 days in a row, I was just occupied, dude. I had like just so much fun. Not a lot of downtime, but you know, it was fun, you know, regardless. But like, it was just a great moment, you know. It was just something that I would love to do again. Hopefully I can do again. I mean, this is a yearly thing, but you know, something I want to help other people experience too. And you know, it just reminded me like how much this community is, you know, really great. This fighting game community. There's definitely, you know, bad moments, but every community has bad moments, and I just really love the fighting game community, you know. Just all the hype moments, how we just come together to celebrate those hype moments, how we can all laugh, cry about anything really, laugh about our victories, cry about our defeats, maybe even both. It's just, the FGC truly is a beautiful thing, and I know like it's still a pretty niche community, but as a guy who dipped my toes into it and decided to take the full plunge, I'm very grateful to this day that I am still part of this community. And it's just really nice to see strangers just gather around, just cheer, not even know each other's names, and just, you know, be able to talk to each other immediately. It was great. The sense of community, you know, the sense of camaraderie, it was just amazing, and it's something I'll cherish forever. And I just gotta say, I want to thank my friend, Zap Minty, for taking me to Evo and letting me like take care of the housing problem. It was great. And I'm gonna be real, maybe one day I'll be up on that stage as well as a competitor. Until then though, have a good one, stay safe, like, comment, and subscribe, you know, all that stuff. And I will talk to you all later.